All right, so I've just done some shopping as usual, and I thought I'd share something with you. It's the idea that maybe going with the flow is better than going against the tide. Now, that might seem counter to a lot of things that you hear, about being contrarian, not being afraid of doing things that aren't popular and stuff. But this is something I have to say, that context actually really matters a lot. So when I say context matters a lot, what do I mean? Yes, there are times when you've got to take a bold stand and take the view and the stance and publicly say things and do things that are, contrarian, beyond the norm, But actually, there are times when going with the flow makes a lot more sense. And one of those times is in business. Sometimes, rather than go for a business that maybe is just easy to fulfill, you maybe go for the business that's easier for you to sell. I'll explain what I mean. I've got the option of two businesses to do at the moment, and I'm not necessarily going to choose one of them because they're actually related, so I'm going to do both. So you have the option in business of going with the flow or sometimes going against the grain. And going against the grain can mean, doing something that's very different or unusual, which is fine. But I argue, at least from my experience, from what I've done now, is to go with the flow. So I'm not great with sales yet, particularly not B2B sales. And there's a business that I run that is more B2B than B2C. However, the B2C element, which I'm looking to grow, is one of teaching, because there are individuals who are looking to learn and they want to learn the skill so that they can continue to do the business for other people. And that business for me is voiceover. So I'm a voiceover artist. I'm great at it, if I do say so myself. At the parts that I do, my clients are generally very happy with the work I deliver to them, and they want more of me. The only thing is, I'm not very good at finding new clients. So clients who don't know me, when clients know me and get to work with me, they love me. But actually finding the clients that can get to know me has been a bit of a tricky thing for me. It's something I'm still learning to do. But then that for many years actually stopped me from teaching voiceover, because I thought, oh, if I can't teach that aspect of the voiceover business, maybe I shouldn't bother teaching any of it. But I realized later on that that was very unfair to myself and unfair to my students who would have wanted to learn. Reason I say that it was unfair is because the issue is, it's a business issue. So sales is a business issue, not necessarily a voiceover issue. There are many people who want to learn voiceovers for many different reasons. Obviously, for many people, yes, the prospect of earning a decent income from it is something that entices them to the voiceover industry. But beyond that, a lot of them are also interested in voiceover because of the fact that they are able to improve the way they speak. They're able to be MCs at certain events. It means that they're able to work on a really interesting project, and they're able to do it part-time whilst pursuing whatever career that they're interested in. Having said that and knowing that, I realized, okay, I actually stopped myself prematurely from teaching, because actually there are many people who just want to learn. And over the years, there were many people who came to me and said, all right, can you teach me how to become a voiceover artist? And I often said, yeah, sure, I'll give you a few pointers, but I didn't teach it enough. I did run a few courses, so I did do a challenge at some point, so a voiceover challenge, and I did do a few things like that where I help people, but not at a great scale. And it just dawned on me, people find me even without me putting in much effort. People find me and ask me to teach them to do voiceovers, whereas clients, potential voiceover clients, don't find me as easily for some reason. And I just kept thinking, I need a way to make sure that I need to do business that I'm more findable. And I found that being a voiceover artist is something that people are finding me more and more. But because I'm also one of the few people in many of my what do I call them, of my network. So for many of people in my network, I'm the only voiceover artist that they know. And if that's the case, then many of them who would consider, and this is just within my network, many people who would consider becoming voiceover artists would first come to me because I'm their first point of contact. And it just dawned on me, it's so much easier. And this is based off a video that I did sometime before, which was talking about when life gives you lemons, making lemonade. And basically taking the issue of me losing my voice. So I lost my voice. My voice is still coming back. It's not quite 100%, but it's nearly there. But as you can imagine, being a voiceover artist and losing your voice is a no-no, because that then means it's more tricky and more difficult to actually do voiceovers. And I need another way of doing business that means that I can continue earning money while still being in the voiceover field and still serving clients in some way or another. And the way I found to do this is by being a voiceover coach. And so I decided I was gonna go for it. And within about a week of making that decision, I've had probably about 2 or 3 people get in touch with me who I didn't even advertise this. And they just came in touch and they were just like, yes, I need you to teach me voiceover. And some people who didn't even know me. One lady actually looked me up and saw some previous work that I'd done and looked me up and added me on LinkedIn. Another person was somebody from someone I knew a while back. She contacted me because her son is interested in getting into voiceover. Another person that I mentor mentioned that her brother is interested in voiceover. And it's just realizing that, okay, there are things that I can do that would be easier, or I could just take the hard route and keep pushing and saying, okay, yes, I'll figure out sales and I'll learn it over time. And I just realized, well, if there is a way that the sales are coming easily and people are finding me that way and for that particular skill, maybe that's something I'm meant to lean into. Maybe that's something I'm meant to actually pursue further. And I'm still serving my clients. Instead, though, I'm not just serving them as a voiceover artist, I'm serving them by providing many voiceover artists into the industry and being able to serve clients that way. So it's a different way of thinking about things. Rather than going, pushing through the hard stuff, I'm starting to realize that maybe what I need to do is not push through the hard stuff, but understand what the easy thing is that I'm doing and just follow through on that. Anyway, I'll keep you updated. If you like this video, go ahead, subscribe, like, and more importantly, share this video with somebody who it could be helpful to, an entrepreneur who could be encouraged by this, a budding voiceover artist. I'll leave a link to how you can become a voiceover artist. So just get in touch with me in the description. Just get in touch and let's see if we can start something. I'm starting a coaching program, which is starting mid this month. So it'll be a mix of individual sessions as well as group sessions. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and sign up for the discovery call and we can get started with that. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. The main point of this video simply is sometimes going with the flow, depending on the context, might be better than going against the grain. Think about it. All right, catch you in the next one.